Good morning. Welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Thursday, May 10th, 2012. The crash yesterday in Indonesia of the Russian jet, the Sukhoi Superjet plane, on a demo flight during a sales trip, looks like it's going to cost the insurance industry in excess of $200 million. The disaster is understood to have claimed 45 lives, most of whom were from the aviation industry, and included 8 Russian pilots, technicians, Indonesian airline representatives, and journalists. The hull crash itself, the replacement of the plane, is going to cost insurers $34.6 million. It was placed by the London broker Lockton and was led by the underwriting group Global Aerospace. It's also noted that the crash could land liability insurers with a significant loss of as much as $175 million. In Syria today, the government itself is reporting that at least 55 people have been killed in 2 strong explosions that's ripped through Damascus. One blast damaged the military intelligence building. Happened at about 8 a.m. this morning when people are on their way into work. The European Commission is mulling over much tighter rules for European insurance brokers. A draft of the directives has been seen, and it's going to introduce so-called hard disclosure for insurance sales. In the future, agents and brokers must reveal to the customer who they're working for and how high their commission will be. And it's not going to be listed as a percentage. It's going to be listed as an actual dollar amount. This is going to have to be agreed to with the entire 26-member EU zone before the European Parliament will take the final decision. Also, apparently, the United Kingdom's government is trying to persuade other members of the EU to postpone until next year the introduction of a ban on insuring tankers carrying Iranian crude oil. The ban is supposed to come into effect on July 1. It would stop the London insurance market from covering any carriers that in fact carry any Iranian crude. The UK government apparently believes that such a ban would immediately retard oil exports and lead to a spike in global oil prices. I thought the whole idea was in fact to stop the global exports of oil from Iran. A little bit of an air traffic problem in India today, as many Air India pilots are on strike. About 150 of the international pilots have called in sick today. Thousands of passengers are stranded. The pilots are actually upset that more junior pilots coming in from a merger with Indian Airlines are going to be receiving training on the Boeing 787 Dreamliner. The national government of Japan has agreed to buy Tokyo Electric Power Company, TEPCO, which is the operator and owner of the Fukushima nuclear plant that was damaged in the big earthquake several years ago, actually last year. The sales price is going to be about $11.5 billion. TEPCO is faced with major cleanup costs. Speaking of Japan earthquake, the sacred Mount Fuji, it's been discovered, might be sitting on a previously unknown large active seismic fault that could trigger a multitude 7.0 earthquake, change the shape of the mountain, and inundate nearby communities with landslides. Last time Fuji erupted was in 1707. That killed 30,000 people. Meanwhile, in La Paz, Bolivia today, striking Bolivian workers are marching in the streets, protesting a government policy that would increase work hours. The strike has been joined by miners who have apparently set off dynamite during the protest. Police have fired tear gas at the marchers as they tried to reach the presidential palace where President Evo Morales lives. You may know Evo Morales. He is the possessor of that lustrous head of black hair. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.